this is what I deal with the podcast. Some or the podcast and the YouTube grind. So I grind two ways on the internet. I grind bodybuilding. That's just something I love to do. So I decided. My cousin begged me. He said, "Man, he said if you love to do it, that's what you need to do, man. That's where you dope at, bodybuilding." But the podcast is something I get to meet interesting people, get to talk to people I haven't talked to in a long time, get to keep relationships. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when you tell me that it, so was it that it was it was it that
I
it wasn't just dope, man? Like, is that the
it
reason? Cause like, well, that's what
I
I'm dealing with
think
right now. Like, is the podcast just not dope?
I, I think what I would say probably like with the Harlem Cultural Festival
Yeah,
is
that's what I'm
the
asking.
the yeah, the guy who was in charge of it, he was always looking at the next big score. He was always like, "Yeah, we're doing big things in '69, but wait till you see what I've got arranged for '70." So he's trying to fundraise for the next year before he even gets out of '69. And then come find out he was maybe skimming money off the top. He wasn't paying people. And so his name for doing business with was no good. So
Mm.
I think I think it's one of those things that people then had no faith that this could go anywhere, and it died out because think about how many times you
So
see like a good
that's hard what
cause.
you just said though. That's hard what you said. People just ain't got no faith that you're gonna be something that's worth
Yeah.
anything.
Well, it's like the next year, people were like, "Hey, man, he didn't pay us in '69. We're not going to do this show again."
Yeah.
And so then also these people who were like, "Hey, man, I put my name on the flyers. I gave him this money. He was going to give me a big old spot on the flyer." And it's like I'm on the back of the flyer, really fine print. I didn't get my money's worth for it. I'm not going to reinvest in this.
Right, right.
And so it's like I think it was kind of one of those things you see so many times. There's a good movement, but the person who's at the head of it, there's something shady about them, which then casts kind of a bad shadow on everybody else.